Welcome to the Sports Love YouTube channel. This broadcast we'll be covering today will be the ACC conference schedule for the conference tournament, which starts March 1st through March 5th of this year. The broadcast will begin in just a moment. I ask that you please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell so you can be made aware of when I'm going live and when I happen to have any sports action videos go up. So without further ado, let's get into things with that. The way the bracket stands, the games will be March 1st through March 5th. The first round consists of number 12 Wake Forest versus number 13 Virginia. Game 2 will be number 10 Clemson versus number 15 Pitt. Game number 3 will be number 11 Boston College versus Georgia Tech. Game 1 will be at 1 p.m. Game 2 will be at 3:30 p.m. Game 3 will be at 6:30 p.m. on March 1st. For the second round, you'll have game number 4, which will be number 5 Florida State versus the winner of Wake Forest and Virginia, and that game will be at 11 a.m. on March 2nd. Game number 5 will be NC State versus number 9 Syracuse at 2 o'clock. Game number 6 will be North Carolina versus the winner of Clemson versus Pitt, and North Carolina is the number 7 seed. Game 7 will be number 6 Miami versus the winner of the Boston College Georgia Tech game for game 3. That game will be at 8 o'clock. So for the third round, or the quarterfinals, you will have game 8, which will be the Louisville will play the winner of game number 4, which was Florida State versus, So then you have game number 9, which will be number 1 Notre Dame versus the winner of game 5. That's at 2 p.m. Game 8 is at 11 a.m. Game 10 will be number 2 Duke versus the winner of game number 6. Then you'll have game 11, which will be number 3 Virginia Tech versus the winner of game number 7 at 8 o'clock on Friday. You'll have the semifinals, which will be the 2 teams, or the 4 teams that's left after that. You have one semifinal that'll be at noon on March 4th, and you'll have the other one that will follow at 2:30 p.m. On March 5th will be considered game 14, and that'll be the championship game, which will be the 2 winners of your semifinals. Looking at this bracket, I'm going to say that Wake Forest will end up beating Virginia. Clemson will beat Pitt. Georgia Tech will beat Boston College. Florida State will play Wake Forest, and I think Florida State will win that one. NC State will lose to Syracuse. I think the winner of game 2 would be Clemson and Pitt. So North Carolina is going to be playing Clemson, and I think in that one, North Carolina will beat Clemson. For game 7, Miami is going to play the winner of game number 3. So it would be Miami versus Georgia Tech. Now, I think that, for game 8, Louisville will win the game versus that winner of that other game. I think Notre Dame in game 9 will win against whoever the winner of game 5 is. Number 2 Duke will win the game against whoever the winner of game number 6 is. So, and then you have Virginia Tech versus the winner of game number 7, and I think the winner of game number 7 will beat Virginia Tech. So that basically states that it would be Notre Dame, Duke, Louisville, and Miami. That's what I'm thinking is going to end up being in the semifinals. And I think it's going to end up being Notre Dame and Duke playing for the conference championship, and Notre Dame will win that one. Now, that's just my predictions. I don't know if that's going to actually play out like that, but that's what I'm going. All games from the first round through the semifinals will be played on the ACC network. The championship game will be Sunday, March 5th at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and that game will be played on ESPN. And I think that will be a good matchup and stuff. And in these tournaments that I've mentioned and stuff, just because a team loses doesn't necessarily mean their season's done. They'll have us when all the conference tournament stuff is done. They'll have a selection Sunday to where they will get picked. If it's for the men, they'll have the round. They'll have 68 teams. They'll have 64 that's guaranteed, and then you'll have 4 other play-ins to where the winners of those play-in games gets in the field of 64. For the women, it'll be the battle for excuse me, for the battle of 64. When it gets closer to the men March Madness and stuff, be on the lookout for potential broadcasts regarding men and women's college basketball action, regarding the NCAA tournament, and possibly the NIT tournament. So thank you again for watching. I do appreciate you taking the time to watch this broadcast. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and peace out.